Just a few observations. Good evening, YouTube. It's about 6:34 now on Thursday evening. Here with you at the bench, making a introduction to my video, if you want to call it that. The deal I'm working on here is is something I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm not. Rather than try to set on a schedule of getting a video out every day, and I know I don't have to do that. I enjoy doing it. That's why I do it. And but at the same time, I think people kind of expect you to have one, and if you do that, obviously I didn't have one today, and so what I'm trying to think about doing is either doing it maybe every other day, or maybe just twice a week or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't like being on a schedule, because every time I'm on a schedule, it's like work to me, and I don't like things to turn into work, because this is a fun thing, and I like to have fun while I'm doing it. So I'm just going to put out one whenever I feel like it, and we'll go from there. So that's about it on that. I did go visit Mom today. I hadn't been. It's 2 weeks it's been since 2 weeks ago Sunday. No, a week ago Sunday is when I went. Yeah. So it's been almost 2 weeks. How's that? But anyway, I did go see her, and she is feeling fairly well. I'm going to post up a picture of her sleeping. She likes to take her little naps, and you'll be talking and everything's been going all right. Next thing you know, she's nodding off over there. So I tend to let her sleep whenever she wants to, and then she'll wake up and say, "Oh, what are you doing here?" So it's kind of a surprise for everybody. So, but anyway, I did enjoy that. Get to see her again. So, I think it's going to be cold tonight. I'm not really looking forward to that. To be honest with you, I do not like cold weather at all, at all, at all. I spent 18 years riding around in a tin can, and that's for lack of a better term, but that's what it is. And I would burn up in the summer and freeze to death in the winter, because I had to have the window down. It wasn't as bad. Everybody kind of wonders why I don't mind the heat as much as I do the cold, but that's the reason, because it's not near as bad riding with the window down in the summer, obviously, than it is riding around with it open in the winter. And I just don't like cold. Never have really liked cold. Even as a kid, I didn't like cold. So that's that. But anywho, that's what's going on this evening, and I think Bob did some shopping today, and I think he's about wore out from that, because I haven't heard too much out of him since he got home. So the other thing is, I think I'm going to, now I've lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, the things I said about the BDST the other day is not true. I was under the impression that Bob was sending me the parts for it, and instead he is sending me parts for my Philco, and I didn't realize that. And so I did send a letter out to the beta testers to let them know, but we're waiting on those diodes. You guys may recall in Bob's last video, he was talking about the diodes, depending on where you got them, what type they were, and things like that. And he's waiting on the good ones to come in, so I don't blame him on that. So that will be a little bit of a delay, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But that's that. So there was probably something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. But that's the way I go. So alright, I want to show you some stuff on the bench here, and use the other camera for that. And we're going to take a look at this digital microscope once more time. I think I found something very interesting that you might be interested in. I know I was. So let's take a look at that and see what we got. Alright, you've seen the wonderful introduction I made to this video, and so now we're going to look at what the problem is with my digital camera, or digital microscope I should say. That is the battery compartment, and you'll notice, if you're very astute like I was, there's no battery in there. I'm pretty darn sure it was supposed to include a battery. I'm going to go back and look at the listing, but I have checked the packaging and I have not been able to find any batteries. And I think it's an 18650 battery. I'm pretty sure it is. I have one, I have an extra one, but that really beside the point. I think I was supposed to get one. So not really sure where it would be, but it doesn't appear to be there. This light here uses 18650s, and there's something else I have that uses them as well, and I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it might have been that headlight. I think that was the headlight, and I'll have to find it. But anyway, I do have an extra one here around here somewhere, and like I say, I'll have to find it. But anyway, I left this on charge thinking that it was charging ever since I did the initial test, and I noticed it looked just exactly like it did the other day when I first started charging it. And so I thought, well, I'll pull it out and see what, because I tried turning it on after I unplugged it and nothing happened. And I thought, well, something's wrong somewhere, so I took the battery cover off, and sure enough, that would be the problem. So, not sure what I'm going to do, but like I say, I don't know that I'm going to return this if that's the case, especially if it doesn't say specifically that it includes a battery. It may just say that it works with a battery. I don't know. It was a little cheaper than the other ones that I looked at. Of course, you know me, I try to find the cheapest one all the time. And this one was probably it. So I may do that. But like I said, I do have the extra battery, so I'll probably just buy another battery so I'll have an extra one. I like to have an extra one for all my stuff. One that's fully charged, and I looked at the charger I have here for it. It's not there, so that would seem to indicate to me that I'm using it somewhere else, but I have no idea where. So, like I say, I'll look around and see what I can come up with. Like I say, the battery is not there, so really I wanted to test. I brought my I have a pack of stuff that was in there by my chair, and there's some memory cards in there, and I wanted to pick one of those out to put into the recorder thing and find out how to record it and some other stuff. But I can go ahead and tell you about the other parts of this that I was going to do. Lexi and the baby are off somewhere. I have no idea where, but I guess that don't concern me. This just a rough guess, and like I said, I didn't actually even measure it, but I'm thinking that's about a 1/2 inch tube, and let's look at it real quick and see. Yeah, it's maybe a little closer to 5/8 maybe. Yeah, closer to 5/8 probably. But anyway, half might work, because all it does is has this slide down on top of it, and you just loosen it up here, and this slides pretty easy then. But you know, and that will you can see the comes out pretty far. So I'm thinking maybe if I had a dowel rod there and mount that on the other piece of the I'm always losing all my stuff here. I had my paint stick here. I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, I've got another piece of that paint stick that the camera is mounted on, and I thought about making up another one of them with the dowel rod sticking up out of it. Maybe put one screw in it to hold it while the glue dries, and maybe that would work to hold this on the camera boom, and then I can pretty much, you know, go anywhere I want with it. And it goes up and down still from there. Let's see if that's not the up and down one. This is the up and down one, yeah. That's about the length that it moves up and down as far as that. But, you know, once you've got it on the camera boom, you can adjust the camera boom about any way you want. And it moves back and forth and articulates pretty much any way you want it to do. I wanted to get, Bill was mentioning he didn't think it would work very good with a chassis like the Philco. And because of the depth of the different components and things like that. And I tend to agree with him as far as if that's concerned. Because, you know, the focal range point of the camera probably is not good enough to get maybe something up here and something down there at the same time. So, but I think if you focus it, you know, each time, in other words, I'm not going to be working on every component in there at once. I'm only going to be working on one component at a time. So it's a very simple camera to focus, and I think if we did that, you know, I think it might work out. So I don't know, we'll try it. But see, that's coming down the road. Like I say, I want to find the battery, get that information, find out about all that, and if I have to buy another battery, like I say, I do have one. If nothing else, I can take the one out of the light, and the headlight. I'd never used that one. I don't think I've ever used it other than to demo it, but I don't even know where it's at. My biggest problem here is organization. I have none. I don't know where anything's at. Everything is just strewn around this desk and workbench and stuff, and I need to get organized. That's all there is to it. But anyway, on the this will be an odd video. I can guarantee you that. But it'll be something to put up. So let me get out of here. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya.